Hello everyone, and welcome to our next lecture on business emails, where you'll be learning the different parts of an email and, of course, more importantly, the format of an email, which you will be using for your course. So let's begin. Right, so first of all, we're going to go into the parts of an email, which I believe you guys are very familiar with, but let's just go through them just in case some of you may not know, or you may learn something you didn't know before. So, yeah, first of all, you have the to field. Anyone know what goes into the to field in an email? Anyone? Oh yeah, that's right. The to field is where you write the recipient's email or the person who is receiving the email. Very good. Now, the more challenging one. What do you think CC is? Anyone knows what CC actually stands for? Anyone? Yeah, CC actually stands for carbon copy, which means the persons whose email you write into this field will be the people you want to send a copy of the email to, but you're not really talking to. For example, you're writing to a client, okay, so that's in your to field, but you want your boss to get a copy of that particular email, then you CC your boss, but you write to your client. All right, that's an example. So if CC is carbon copy, then what is BCC? Anyone knows? BCC actually stands for blind carbon copy. And this one is interesting. You write the emails of the persons to whom you want to send a copy of the email to, but it is not shown on any other recipient's copy, including other BCC recipients. So for example, you write to a client and you CC your boss, but you don't really want him to know, or you don't need him to know, that you've sent a copy to your other team members, for example. So you BCC your other team members, and if, for example, you have A, B, and C in your team members, A wouldn't know that B and C got it, B doesn't know that A and C got it, and C doesn't know that A and B got it, or anyone else who got it for that matter. So that's blind carbon copy because it's kind of blind. So yeah, moving on, you have the subject. Now this is really important. Okay, what do you write in the subject field? Well, duh, of course, you write the topic of the message. Now, it's important to make your subject clear, direct, and specific. Why? Because if it's not clear, direct, or specific, your recipient or the person you're sending the email to may not even open it. Okay, so it's really important to be clear. It's really important to be specific. Then when you write your subject, just like when you write your business letters, use sentence case, which means that each first letter of a word is capitalized. Okay, just like in a business letter, you capitalize each of the first letters. Right, then of course is the content of your message, which is the message body, and it contains the actual message you wish to send. It doesn't have a format per se, but of course it's a conventional kind of way of writing where you have your introduction, you have your body, and of course your conclusion. And you have your signature. Here you can add in a certain signature in your emails where you have additional information about yourself. So besides your name, you can have your department, you can have your position, your company, and other information, for example, a phone number or even a mailing address. So that's all the information you can include in the signature. And included in the email, you have an attach file option where you can attach files. Now, if you write the email, for example, for your tests or exams, you can also include this. So when you have attachments, you notify in the body of your message, okay, you notify the recipient that you have attached a certain document or file. So you can say attached herewith is the document or the receipt that is proof of my purchase, for example. Okay, so it's good practice to actually inform the person or the recipient that you have attached a file and what the file is. Same goes for even your business letters as well. Okay, so that's about it for parts of an email. So the important part now is the format of the email. This is really important because you need to memorize certain things in order to use it correctly in your writing. So let's go into it. So first, of course, you have the from field where it is your email first. Then you have the date, but you include the time as well, not just the date. So you have the date, write it in full if possible, and you have the time because in emails usually you have the timestamp. Then you have the to field, which is the recipient's email, and of course the CC. You can leave it blank, or if you feel it's necessary, you can include someone you want to give a copy of that email to, depending on your question or the topic or the situation given to you. Of course, you have the subject, where you include the message topic in sentence case, which means each first letter is capitalized. So this is the format you need to memorize: from, date, to, CC, and subject, and not in any other order. Then, of course, comes your salutations. You have dear sir, dear madam, dear miss, Mr., Mrs., doctor. And if you're using the name, please try to use the surname because it is more formal. Okay, use the surname, you'll never go wrong. Then you have, of course, your greetings, introduction, and objective. So introduce yourself, just relevant information only. So my name is, I'm representing my company. Then you have your objective. I'm writing to inquire or to request or to inform. I'm contacting you to, for whatever purpose, I'm writing in response to. Then you have the message. Something like your business letters, you don't have to have an indent, meaning you don't need to have space for a new paragraph, but you should have space between the paragraphs to show different paragraphs. And as far as possible, if it's a slightly different topic, put it into a new paragraph because it's easier to read. Then you have your leave taking, right? Yours sincerely, right? Yours faithfully, and others. You can use the others, but the safest bet would be yours sincerely because it is formal, okay, and professional. Yeah, and finally you have a signature where you include your full name, your position, your department, and your contact information as well. Okay, so that's the format of an email. Here's the sample. You have from, which is your email. Date, please use in full possible, and time. To, the person's email that you're writing to. CC, you can leave it blank. Subject, first letter is capitalized. And here you have your typical message format. Here in emails, it's okay to use a comma for the salutations and for the leave taking, unlike your business letters, which is fully blocked, open punctuation, no comma, and no full stop. But in an email, it's not so strict. Okay, it is okay, but my advice would be to use no comma, no full stop. You won't go wrong as well. Okay, here's another example I've given to you, and I've highlighted some phrases because these are some phrases that you can use. There are many different phrases that you can actually memorize and reuse for any other letter or email, and these are just some of them. Okay, further to our correspondence on means we had some discussion before, so we are continuing that. So subsequent to our meeting, this is in continuation of, this is in reference to, and etc. Nevertheless, please inform me of your earliest convenient dates, or you can say, please, I would like to meet at your earliest convenience, or when you end, you can say, I look forward to receiving a response from you soon, or please feel free to contact me regarding this matter. And there are many other phrases you can use. But yeah, that's about it for your emails. We will discuss this further and do more of emails in class. So that's it. Thank you. Bye.